So I've been getting this question a lot on the channel, and it's pretty much about the exhaust on the LS Swap Dodge and Camaro, if you've been following the playlist. So I'm going to answer the question, go over a few videos while we answering questions, show you the setup, how it's done, explain to you what we used. And all these videos you're about to see, you can watch full length of the videos on the playlist. You know, I got it on my channel. But that's besides the point. And look over the mess of the office. Okay? Let's focus on the video. Now, these headers is from eBay. They long tubes. I do not remember where I got them, you know, which sale or anything like that. But this was over 2 years ago. So, go figure. I forgot. So, let's go ahead and take a look at me unboxing these headers and get a look.
You gotta use a knife. Still ain't short.
One knife, so. That fish tank rack in the background, it's came a long way since this video. It's stretched all the way across the back wall. This is one of my worst header unboxing videos ever, just so you know. I have absolutely destroyed this box. In the box, header gaskets. Those header gaskets are junk. We will touch that subject later in the video. These headers was around $250. $250, guys. In this box, wasn't it? $250? $260. Okay, let's skip ahead and see what we got. Take a look at these headers out of the box. Dents. These is 1 7/8 tubing. You can tell by the thickness. Amos is going to double check, but I'm going to tell you this is 1 7/8. You can tell I think 1 3/4. Welds up here is very good. Bolt holes are nice and clean. And you can see here in the header, if you look real close, they welded on the inside and then tacked on the outside, so they fully welded. Because sometimes LS headers is actually offset, so they cheap out on the frame, just drill it wide.
How much cost the header? Where's his bolts?
Exactly. What is his bolts?
They're stolen. We'll message it, guy.
So these headers supposed to came with bolts. I remember just so this. You know, but I remember this. There was a hole in the box where the headers were just put in on. They smacked around and the box was thin, and the bolts must have fell out of the box during shipment. Never did get the bolts from the seller. Didn't get a partial refund. I do remember. Had to buy bolts separate. Notice the big ass hole in the box? Yeah, we have no bolts. We're lucky to have gaskets. This video is us installing the headers, and I'm going to show you the fitment and everything and talk about the fitment and stuff, because if you're thinking about doing the exhaust like it is on this car, then you got to get these long tube headers that's cheap on eBay. You seen headers done in when we installed the motor. Yep, I know. You can see these full videos of this if you want to watch the whole videos how it done. There's a playlist on my channel, LS Swap Dodge and Camaro. The whole videos that I do on this Camaro goes in that playlist. Just you can binge watch it if you want to. Oh, it's using the gaskets that came with these cheap eBay headers. Right here, but we are using some high temp RTV gasket maker. Now, truth be told, you're probably better off just using the gasket maker and leaving the header gaskets out, because the header gaskets are that junky. Just buy a good aftermarket set of header gaskets and good set of header bolts that don't back out or back loose. Studs do good, header studs, if you got room to put your exhaust in there. Now the RTV here is for high temp, and we use them on duct track cars all the time. It holds up good. You know, it's just pretty much a gasket for, you know, headers and stuff. I usually use the red, but this is the gray. It's just what you prefer, but it should work on headers. So when applying your silicone, you can put a big bead on it and then just mash it up, but sometimes that gets all over the car. What we do is usually just a light skim with our fingers, because the gasket does pull in. Another reason we're using silicone, you do not have to use it if you don't want to when installing yours, but some of the header bolts is broke, and somebody before us tried to drill and tap them out. I can show you they made a mess of things. That's them junkyard motors for you, I tell you. Header bolts broke off, people try to drill them out. Sometimes you get in a mess with them. Sometimes you can't run all your header bolts. So silicone does, make a difference. Sometimes you just need that gasket to be, thicker. Now, you can buy aftermarket gaskets that's better than this, that's actually thicker, that will fill right in without having to do this. Or you can just double stack your gaskets. So let's skip ahead and we'll talk about the fitment of these headers. Okay, this is gasket install. Yep, it's messy. Okay, the bolts. I think we snapped some bolts off in this. What bolt did I put it in?
I know.
So this bolt up front here is missing, and I think we got one missing on the back. As I said before, whoever tried to drill these out did a bad job. I mean, one of them was just half-baked, but that's what you get when you buy from a junkyard. Like, this motor seemed to be put in the truck we pulled it from. It had a new main seal on it. One of the heads is marked, and let's see if you can even see that repair on this side that they tried to do, just to show you how bad. Look at that. That's pretty bad. But this is a budget build. I mean, we could have fixed it properly, just swapped heads. Now, let's talk about this. This is like a $400 junkyard motor. You can get junkyard motors cheap, I'm telling you. A good budget motor, especially in the LS. But the header fitment on this Camaro with the eBay headers, you can look on this passenger side here. And we got the heater box, AC box, we moved. But the header fit good, but we had to heat it up. You don't see us in the video or nothing. I actually, went back later on because it was kind of tight against the frame well. So we had to heat up just a portion of that header and then kind of bend it over, towards the driver's side a little, and it fit perfect. Now, if you're running these headers, I recommend running some dyno mat or something underneath your carpet, because they are room around the top of the floorboard. They're not going to rattle or nothing, but the headers is going to get hot for long tubes, just so you know. So let's see if we got any more issues that pops up. Okay, we installing all the headers. This is always thinking ahead, but it's all into personal preference when installing your manifolds of how you do it. But you can see, yes, silicone here mashing out, and you over-snugged it, Amos.
It wasn't even tight.
Oh, it wasn't tight?
No.
Oh, bolt.
It just, look, you can tell where it broke.
Oh, that's why it's been heated up in factory bolts. As I said before, good LS header studs or good header bolts when doing this. These are factory bolts, and the heat cycles and everything just got them weak. Shouldn't even try to reuse them. We ended up breaking one. Yep. So use new bolts with your headers.
Yeah, that's a must.
I think.
Okay.
From eBay. But if you're looking now, let's talk about the header fitment, because that's what this video right here is about. And talk about how the exhaust is run. I don't know if I got any videos on that, or if I got anything that shows the exhaust. Hold on, we'll try to. Okay, that was a good view. Where's it at? Okay, right here. This is very tight. If you look towards your passenger on the frame well, that's what I'm talking about. It needs kicked out once it was bolted in. This video explains it all. Let's hear what I got to say, because I don't remember. This was 2 years ago. The transmission here, you watched us install this, you have to cut that, or it will hit the header. Also, when installing these headers, cut the transmission ears if you got an automatic. They ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's for that dust shield. You can actually, still attach a dust shield without the ears. Driver side fits great. Don't touch the transmission ear. But this passenger side does, and you will have to remove that. But if you're looking for performance, sometimes it comes with a little bit of pain and a little bit of mods you have to do. Also, in case you didn't know, this is a Turbo 400 in this car, not a 700 R4, not a Turbo 350, not a 4L60E. Either one of those transmissions, the ears will have to be cut off of it too. So just so you know, if you got one and you're using these headers, it's got to go. If they got a dust shield on them, then it's got the ears sticking out and it needs sawed off. These headers look extremely great though on the engine. Yep, we know that. That's why they. Oh, this is good. Okay. This is the driver's side header. on the car, and it comes. Now, you can look, the driver's side header is like this, and the other one's pointing kind of down. It's not fully bolted on because, you know, it was hitting the frame a little. Now, the oil pan, you need to use a muscle called oil pan or a F-body oil pan on the third gens. The truck pans are just dragging the ground. They go past the cross member. Now, what you can do is what we did on this, and you can cut the truck pan down, plate it with aluminum, and weld it back, and drill and tap a hole for the drain plug, and just run a truck pan on it. But you also got to shorten down your pickup tube and all that stuff, and it gets kind of sketchy. Let me tell you, the oil pans is cheap enough. Buy your oil pan, because if you don't get the weld perfect, you're gonna get air in your system when you from your trying to suck oil, and you're just gonna have one thing after another. So on to this video. This was made 4 months ago. You can see the headers are dirty. The stainless, ain't got many heat cycles on them. They probably would yellow, but you can see that they are dirty and they are kind of pitting. So you might want to header wrap them. But what I want to show you is how we did the exhaust itself onto the headers. Now you can weld V-band clamps to these, or a muffler flange, because they come without that. I recommend V-band clamps like we did on the LS swap rollback on the exhaust, but it is what it is. But I want to show you right here. Here's a good thing. You can see it's taped right here in the video. That little tape underneath towards the thing where the front tire is, that's a chrome pipe. That's a side pipe. That's the easiest way to do exhaust on this. I think these are Boa exhaust, kind of like the cherry bomb looking ones. Don't hold me to it. I ain't looked under it in a long time, but it sounds pretty good if you can hear it in the video. And the budget junkyard motor does need a power steering pump, by the way, and a starter. They both of them junk. That's budget for you. What you get for $400. But all in all, the exhaust sounds good. And the way we did it was we just took straight pipe. Okay, just we welded it straight to the header. That's not the best thing to do. They ain't gonna be practical to remove. But they pushed into the header, adapted down, welded, and then another pipe welded, and then it comes and kicks out to probably like a 90, or kind of like I guess a 75, and it comes out by the tire, and we just got a big long tip, as you can see here in this video. But it works out. Now let's see if we can see them again somewhere else. You can see where we painted it. Yeah, we painted. Oh, that was a good. Well, you can see that's a good view. Where did it go? Is this it? Is this the video? Is this... Go... Oh, that's it. No! Come on, we can do it. We need to see it. Whoa, whoa. Okay. I understand, yep. Okay. Look between the subscribe and the watch and learn LS engines and more, and you can see the pipe. It runs under and kicks out, so it goes at a 90 and then goes straight and kicks back out at an angle. That's how that was done. I thought it was done straight, then that, but no, it comes out of the header. Let me try to get a here we go. It's a priority thing right here. Can you see that on the back right here? You can see that. Let me draw the exhaust. Okay, it comes. This is the header. Can you see that? That's the header. Okay, so it'll come out and over, down, and then to the tip right here. That is exhaust from the header. That's how it looks if it was on the car right there underneath. Let me move this over. As you can see in the video, it's very simple to do. It's kind of cheap exhaust besides the header cost. You could do this with manifolds and just run side pipes. The side pipes too, do it with your side skirts on so you can get the height perfect, and don't get them too close to your side skirts because they will melt. They will. Now, as for the V-band clamps, I can probably show you in another video. We explain how we did the exhaust, maybe if you want to see it on the LS Swap rollback playlist on that. Square Body Chevy. Just check it out. Check the whole channel out for tons of LS stuff. So hopefully this went into detail enough that you can see how the exhaust is done on this LS Swap Dutton Camaro. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. If you're new, definitely subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate it. And also, check out my eBay store. It's in the description below. That's where these priority mail stickers is for, you know, and that's why everything's so messy back there. Sometimes I do sell car parts. Most of the times you can watch on the channel. I got some, you know, videos of where I just find like old school vintage stuff and stuff like that. So check it out if you want to. I appreciate the support from watching. I appreciate you guys, and hopefully this helps. I'll see you next time.